Welcome to my workshop. You are watching Casual DIY channel, and in today's video I want to show you how to use a speed square to mark up a rafter when you're building a roof for your shed or even your house. I have created a very simple mock-up of the whole layout, and the information in this video are really basic, so you can get your head around it on what are the other parts of the speed square and more or less how to use them. So let's have a look at the mock-up and let's start explaining. Now recently I actually have made a video on speed squares, all the basics, how to use it, but I left this part of the speed square for today's video. So if you want to see my other video, I'm going to drop a link down below in the description of this one. But yeah, let's carry on. So today we're actually going to be focusing on this part of the speed square where you've got common, that's the marks here. All right, so I've got this really simplified layout for you here, guys. Over here, that's the stud or the wall, the top plate that is supporting the construction of your roof. That part here we call the common rafter. Over here you've got a cut that we call the bird's mouth. You've got the heel cut and the semi-cut, and then on the top here in the middle between the two rafters we've got the ridge. Now this angle here, and then the end angle here, they're all the same angles, and to find those angles we can use a speed square, and we are using the middle part here of the speed square. So we are not interested in the degrees anymore. We are interested in the middle marks here that are called common. Now I'm going to show you how to use the speed square to get the pitch of the rafter itself, and we're actually going to use the spare piece I've got here to do all the markings and all the cutting here, so you can see the whole process step by step. Right, so with the speed square in hand, we are looking for the pivot point, which is just over here. We line that up with the corner of our board, just like so. And that side of our speed square needs to be flush with the board. As I said, we're not interested in the degrees over here, but we are interested in the common values here. And as you can see, I've got number 8 just over here, which is marrying up with the edge of this board, and that's a pitch of 8. Now the same principle applies when you want to do the bird's mouth and the heel cut, okay? Again, pivot point just over here. This time you are looking for the common number 8 just there. When you marry that up with the edge of the board, make a mark, and that's going to be the line for your heel cut. Now when you want to do the C-cut just over here, usually it will be the same size as the stud or the wall or whatever you're going to be using as the support for your roof. And in my case, the board, the width of it is 9.5, I think, more or less. So you marry that up to the line that we drawn, and you go up until that line meets 9.5 on your scale on your speed square, and then you mark the board itself. But let me just show you that step by step on a fresh board. So we have established that the pitch of our roof is 8, okay, and that's what we're going to use just over here. So again, pivot point just in the corner here, and on the common scale we are looking for number 8 that needs to marry up with the side of the board, and make your mark. And now we can cut that out with our circular saw. Right, now it's time to transfer the bird's mouth onto our new board. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the distance from the end here to the end of our heel cut. Okay, and I've got 28 centimeters. So now I can mark my board with 28 centimeters. Now we're going to sort out the plumb cut. Okay, so what we're going to do, again, that's our speed square, moving it to common number 8, and we're just going to marry up that point with that value there. Now, as we remember, The width of our stud or the support is 9.5, and with that side of our speed square, I'm just making sure I'm on the line over here, and I'm going to mark the board when I'm going to get to 9.5. And now, as I am aligned, I can make the mark. And now we can go ahead and cut that out. Okay, on our roof we do want to have some sort of a overhang on our rafter, and again we are going with the same type of principles. I want to transfer the same angle onto my rafter, so make sure to marry up the common 8, because that's our pitch value 8, to the edge of our board. I'm just going to take it a little bit further as my board is not long enough. Just like that. Now, as my board is a little bit too short, I'm just going to make the mark a little bit smaller, but I think you'll get the understanding of how this works. Let's cut those out. And there you go. Obviously, this is not exactly how you would build a roof, a structure for a roof, for your shed, anything like that. This is just an overview of how to use a speed square to create those marks and those cuts. So to create your roof, your pitch and common rafters, how long they need to be and everything else, where the bird's mouth need to go, you know, there's math equations to go with that, so you can create the correct size for the house or for the shed you've got. As I said, this is only to show you how to operate the speed square to make those marks. Now, I hope this video was somewhat informative to you and helpful. If it was, drop me that like button down below. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to my channel. Now, if you actually want a full mock-up of a rafter, of a roof for a shed, anything like that, and go step by step, let me know down below in the comments, and if there will be enough interest, I may consider actually making a maybe not full-on size roof with all the rafters, but definitely at 50%, so you can see exactly how you can make a pitch, how you can make a rafter, how to calculate how long the rafters need to be. But that's for another video. However, I do have a lot of videos with workshop projects, woodworking and everything else on my channel already. I've got some really cool playlists sorted especially for you. So click on those and hopefully I'll see you on those videos there. Take care.